RDK play and Harry the Hams just locking Phoenix out of the game completely.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern had such a strong game that game. We're just managing to remove them as it looks like they want to go it again.
I love it. I love seeing Mama Dragon. We need to see more of her.
Well, they did ban out the puck, so they obviously last time round PunX they didn't chicken out of the what would you call that, a Russian roulette situation, Mexican standoff. They didn't chicken out and they took the puck to the face. White Rabbit, they chickened out last second. They decided, nope, we're banning that filth.
Yeah, we don't want that.
As Enigma and Tusk getting picked up. Very nice, aggressive sit-up.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. One of the things that Winter Wyvern allows you to do, which is a pretty good hero to pick up. I'm not going to suggest they pick it up for their second pick, but Leshrac Winter Wyvern is quite strong.
Right. Okay. Leshrac mid. I mean, yeah. Now we're going to be watching, obviously, two of some of the best mids in the country at the moment. So, I've seen Leshrac a few times and the pro level scene, and that new Ags has just such a good sudden impact on the game, where it makes everybody ethereal around you as well. So they kind of fight back and they take extra magic damage from you, which is obvious. So it's I haven't seen enough of it to really know where it fits in.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one because he does so much magical damage and he can also push really hard.
Yeah,
but he's so squishy. He's like a horse. If he breaks his leg, you have to put him down.
He is a half horse, I suppose. So, as Tide Hunter gets picked up again, so nothing ridiculously different just yet. Obviously, they can't get the puck because they banned it, but yeah. So the side of PunX going for something a bit different so far.
Yeah.
Obviously, Enigma's still that huge alt, but
Yeah. White Rabbit Gaming is going, let's rerun the first draft. And PunX is now for something completely different.
Well, I mean, if it worked for them, they just need to try and find a good replacement for the puck.
Kunkka, Ember Spirit.
Kunkka?
Void Spirit.
Void Spirit and Storm are also very good. I mean, if you get the Storm Spirit with an Axe, it can be, I suppose, the very same thing as the Dream Call, where you bring everybody together. Mini black hole, if you will.
Yeah, mini black hole. I don't know. We'll see what they decide to do, but all of the spirits are a good pick, yeah.
Yeah. And so Earth Spirit mid has been picked up a couple times recently. I don't know if these guys are crazy enough to do it themselves. I think that's more of a Thompson loony bin sort of vibe, but
yeah.
Radiant team ban.
More of a, I'm going to pick something like a minus 50 IQ and then beat you with it to make you feel bad.
Exactly. As at the moment, PunX are busy banning out a lot of illusion-based heroes. And
Alchemist.
So, yeah. RDK obviously very much enjoying all of the three carries we've seen so far between illusions. He's definitely someone who can make the most out of micro.
Well, I mean, Meepo's still in the pool, Lone Druid, Terrorblade. I very much doubt we're going to see a Lone Druid or a Terrorblade.
Or a Meepo. I'd be very surprised to see a Meepo at the moment. This is such a high stakes game at the moment. Although game 2, when they're one game up, if they were ever going to do a silly build to try and knock them out, as Meepo tends to do when things go well, I suppose now would be the time. But they aren't banning anything along that line anyway, because you want to get rid of your single delete heroes and Earthshaker, for example. But
yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Earthshaker in this tournament, though. I'm quite surprised because usually he's very popular.
Yeah. Another one of those. Oh, talking about very popular, Juggernaut gets picked up.
Yeah, nothing personal, kid. In physical form.
And in return, PunX decide this time it's their turn to play Ursa.
Ursa's just so strong. The Fairy Swipe damage just stacks up so quickly.
And he's a decent natural workaround to the Juggernaut, obviously, because if he ults you, you ult, and they just sort of cancel each other out.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
One of the things to think about, sorry, is the lane that they're going to
5
go with
seconds
for the
remaining.
Ursa. So Tusk is very good in lane with Ursa, but you want Tusk to go against the enemy team's 1 position.
Yeah, I was going to say you're putting Tusk and Enigma in the offlane with a roaming Tusk, obviously. More likely. You think,
Yeah.
and they have the Winter Wyvern to cover Juggernaut, so there are a couple slows there with a little bit of extra heal. So Winter Wyvern's just a very nice all-around 5th position, as you were saying earlier.
Ogre's still in the pool. Ogre combos very well with... Oh, Shadow
Ooh,
Demon.
Shadow Demon.
I like it.
4th position Shadow Demon. That's unusual. That's a good way to put the Ursa away for a while.
Yep. Yeah, pos 5 Shadow is going to...
So whenever the player gets particularly angry, you put him in the naughty
10
corner for a few seconds.
remaining.
Yeah.
Radiant
It's been a while
team
since we've
back.
seen a Burly Demon. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. And Void Spirit getting picked up. Too good of a hero to not have been picked up at least once during this series. And it looks like Soup probably is going to be playing that if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've got our offlane more or less locked up. It's not a good idea to play Enigma in any other position at the moment.
5 seconds remaining.
So I'm getting insulted that apparently he's really good pos 5, so maybe I'm just wrong here. He just informed me that no, in fact, he's wrong, and I'm obviously right in this situation.
Because he can't speak, we're abusing that.
You forget I can unmute myself too.
Oh, I know you could unmute yourself. Maybe I'm pushing you to.
No.
Anyway, I really like Void Spirit. He's very much like Puck, except his phase shift can be used as an escape, and it can hurt you.
Yes, that too.
I forget the name because he's so new, but the thing where he disappears and there's a whole bunch of circles on the ground, you can choose which one to pop up from. Dissimulate,
Dissimulate.
yeah. It's basically like phase shift because it gives you a couple of seconds away from everything. You can use it to dodge abilities, and then you can also use it to escape or hurt
Dire
people.
team back.
Yeah. Well, you were very excited when he first came out.
Radiant team back.
I remember.
Team ban.
Yeah.
A little bit of quickfire banning going on as Huskar Shadow Fiend get banned on one side, and the opposition, Oracle gets pulled out. Oracle, a very, very good hero at the moment as well. Surprised that we haven't seen more of it, actually.
Yeah. Oracle is really strong. And the reason why I was so stoked when Void Spirit came out is because I loved using people up, then throwing the Aether Remnants underneath the Yules and just watching the
5
light die in their eyes.
seconds remaining.
Such an easy combo and so rewarding.
It's
Lena's-
that good old-fashioned thing of a guy walks into a bar, but there is no counter.
Yes, exactly.
Radiant team pick.
And I'm
So-
dying last ban on the side of White Rabbit.
Undying last ban. Lena is still in the pool, and they're looking for a mid on White Rabbit Gaming side. Lena is quite good.
Well, who do you think gets picked by PunX now? If we
Uh,
assume it's a Void. So
Ogre.
they need a
10
fifth position.
seconds remaining.
More likely.
Ogre.
5
Ogre?
seconds remaining.
Ogre.
Ogre's still in the pool.
Okay. Yeah. No, so we're
They need a
we're
3 or
being told
4.
There's a possible fifth position enigma here. I'm not going to believe it until I see it. But so we're either
Yeah.
looking at a 3 or a 5 here. Probably a fifth position if I'm going to put any money on it. But
5th position techies, let's go.
fifth position techies. Why not?
Or 3 position techies.
I mean, you were talking about it earlier. You were saying you're feeling a techies coming this play. So
Yeah, I'm feeling at least one game today is going to have a techies. I might be wrong though.
I mean, we have a second round of games coming on at Hopper State, right? So
Yep.
maybe your foresight is just too strong.
Well, we'll see what they decide to pick here.
Yeah.
And
later on, if I'm not mistaken, Murloc stole my bicycle. They were a team actually that picked techies previously in one of the games that we cast. So who knows?
Yeah, we might see it. I'm looking for... Snapfire is still in the pool, and it's actually really good for both teams, again.
Yeah. No, you enjoy Snapfire a lot at the moment.
The only problem is then you need a mid. You need to send someone who shouldn't go mid for White
Oh,
Rabbit
hey,
Gaming.
I called it. Suck it, analyst.
5th position list. Lich.
Unless it's a third position lich, because, why not?
Might as well.
Ultimate flex pick. No. It's fifth position lich.
Well, I mean...
I will eat a shoe. If
Well,
it is
I
a
mean-
third position Lich.
I'm just thinking about it, and you can go a build where you go. Fuck, what's that item called? You build it out of Maelstrom and Atos.
Oh, that one.
Glepnir.
Glepnir.
Glepnir. You go Glepnir on Lich. So
Now that I
you
think
throw
about it,
your
I
ults
haven't
to-
seen a lot of Gleipnir in these tournaments. Now that I think about it,
I know it's such a good item, man. And
I feel
people,
like it is very strong.
yeah, Atos is amazing and it's built from Atos, and people just don't pick up Atoses, and I don't know why.
Mm. It is a
Okay.
very, very expensive overall item, actually, Gleipnir. Now
Yeah,
that-
and the mana cost of both Atos and Glepnir is quite high, but still, for what it does,
And Storm Spirit.
Storm Spirit,
Fantastic.
nice.
I enjoy me a good Storm Spirit game, and it doesn't get a huge amount better than MD playing it. So,
Yep. And we also have the
Holy
customary.
Spirit versus Storm Spirit, brotherly love happening in mid lane.
Yep. Of course, we also have the customary particle effects Juggernaut.
Yep. That's all over the place nowadays.
Yeah.
I was gonna say two characters. Let me try that again, but one more time, okay? Two players almost feel like they're stuck in the same game, but reset again. Precious Petunia and Harry. But as was said earlier, Harry will be taking over the Shadow Demon this game, and Reaper takes on the Winter Wyvern mantle.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern, Tidehunter, very strong combo as we saw the last game, but they're going to go up against Lich and Ursa. And if Lich does his Sinister Gaze, Ursa's just going to get a ton of free damage.
Who do you feel like is the stronger draft?
Mm.
I feel like
Punk
80% of the time, to me, I prefer White Rabbit. But Guy Next Door on this Enigma could win this game for free.
No, I like Punk X better. All their heroes come online faster. They have a lot more impact, and the mid game for White Rabbit Gaming is just going to be an absolute hellscape if they don't manage to slow it down.
Sure. But I would like to reply, though, that I was right about the first game and you weren't. So, you know.
Yeah, but that's how it goes. I have to disagree with you so that people think that we have different opinions.
Yeah, that's also true, I suppose. Well, as we find ourselves cranking into game number 2 in this best of 3, White Rabbit currently 1 game up. Can PunX bring one back and make this a full 3-game series?
109 wins
out
with Mama Dragon. Nice.
That's quite an stat,
Prepare
yes.
for battle.
So, to round ourselves up, starting on the side of PunX, we have Jace playing the Walrus himself on Tusk, going off in the off lane at the moment. Nibbling Monkey joining the area, making it 3 people here with Guy Next Door on the Enigma. He's probably going to be jumping down bottom lane, just helping out in the early game here. Soup finding himself in the mid on this Void Spirit. And in the safe lane, Nami on the Ursa. Very impactful hero at the moment. On the opposition side, with 3 heroes currently walking down, they look like they want to reenact what PunX did to them in the first game. As Repo on Winter Wyvern, Harry the Hams on Shadow Demon, and RDK on this Juggernaut. Are they going to have an aggressive tri-lane?
Junior's going solo here. Tag team doing so
Top
much
lane,
work.
Precious Petunia will be brought down by the first blood, and there's that early help from Nibbling that I was talking about. So we find ourselves in a situation where it looks like we're going to have an aggressive offlane. With a tri-lane, aggressive tri-lane?
No, they have TP scroll, so one of them's going to rotate bot.
Okay.
100%. You
Well, to
can't
finish it
leave
off-
the Ursa alone.
MD
Battle begins.
on the Storm Spirit. Oh, no, I'm saying aggressive tri-lane on the side of White Rabbit. RDK and the 2 supports are down there with him.
Wonderful.
They might. We'll see.
Well, we're going to
Well, I
find
mean,
out fairly soon.
You can disruption, Arctic burn, spin, and get a guaranteed kill, basically.
Well, Precious Petunia doing a great job at the moment of creep blocking in this top lane. He's going to be solo on Tidehunter, and it looks like there are 3 top as well. So they want to try and get another kill on him immediately, as now the tag team is coming out. With a few extra hits, they should be able to bring him down. There is a lot of damage for now. With a couple extra right clicks, they will bring him down.
Tag
Making
team does
sure it's
so
proper.
much damage, level 1.
Yeah. And now, oh, Reaper almost gets himself a career kill as he arrives, as Nibbling arrives bottom lane here.
Wyvern's breath.
Yep. Tidehunter must feel quite bad about that, but at least now he's got a whole bunch of free XP from this lane that was pushed.
And here comes the spin that we were talking about, disruption. No, not quite enough. But the early aggression on there, trying to do their best to put a lot of pressure on Nemi as early as they can. This bottom lane is going to be definitely the one to watch this game. Normally I ask you that question, but okay, no. As Harry the Hams breaks apart, but now mid lane, a neutral creep kills Soup.
He denies himself with the neutral creep.
He dives deep, and the neutral creeps get involved in that fight. I'm sure MD hates that.
Yeah. Always sucks when that happens. But I suppose it gets the enemy mid laner out of lane for a long time.
Yeah, no, sure. And Storm Spirit is a very, very level reliant hero as well, so.
Okay. One of the unfortunate things about that spin bot is it looked like the illusions blocked the Juggernaut.
Yeah. But also the jump forward from the Earth Shock on Ursa got him the distance that he needed, and they didn't have the Arctic Burn anymore from Winter to slow him down.
Yeah. Well,
Cancelling the pull there from Nibbling, and also a player coming out as Jace
tag team
bottom lane, and it looks like they're going to try and bring down Repo. He is currently being able to run over the top there, but with the armor bonus and the slows from the frost armor.
They did take a lot of damage from the spin, but that was definitely worth it.
Yeah. No, so there is a lot of rotation going on at the moment as both sides trying to outmaneuver, outstep each other, get the best lanes that they can for their cause, and
well,
nothing settling just yet, as it looks like they are still rotating heroes.
One thing to talk about is the fact that if Enigma and Tidehunter are on the same level,
yep,
the Eidolons literally do no damage to Tidehunter.
Well, he is now pulling the opposition creeps into the large creep camp here to get himself some extra money, so that's nice. So Harry needs to be careful. That's a lot of damage coming out from those neutrals.
Reaper also was in trouble bot, but he manages to use the Q and fly up
RDK's turn to be tag teamed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make any sex jokes.
Yeah, we've been told we can't. So if you're here for the raunchy humor, I'm afraid...
Yeah.
Oh well. From mid, getting taunted is MD.
Oh.
Now that here comes the dissimulate, and no.
No, he bails out. The thing about Storm Spirit is early game, you really do not want to get too close to him, because that damage can be a bit scarier. It adds up very quickly. Let's put it that way. Is Jace now looking to try and join up in mid here?
Oh,
and they will be able to catch him off with the ice shards, and a little bit more damage with one more. No, it looks like Jace decides he knows what's best for him, and he bails out, and easy finish off for Soup.
That's interesting. So I just learned, if you kill Storm Spirit as the attack is on the way, it doesn't proc.
I was wondering what happened there, because I was so sure I would see it. There wasn't enough damage anyway. But now that you mention it, that makes sense. Oh, no, you know.
Yeah.
That does make sense, because it's not when the attack was thrown, it's when it lands, which is why people abuse throwing the attack ahead of time.
Yeah.
So you throw the attack and then drop a remnant while it's on its way.
Ooh, okay. So, just speaking about particle effects, Jug, he does have...
Oh, our shard's not quite connecting. Oh, a nice little steal out there from Harry, finding this bounty rune, but Jace is in the area. He has boots and Harry does not.
Yeah.
Might be a very unfortunate time. As mid lane, the fight between MD and Soup that feels like it hasn't ended since game 1 is continuing as violent as ever. There is a farm deficit slowly forming once again for the side of White Rabbit. They're definitely able to make more out of lanes on average. But this time they don't have any kills of their own to level out to the net worth graph. So
yeah, there is a lot of damage.
Jace has now come up in top lane, and it looks like they're going to be trying to commit one way or the other to get a kill. As Harry finds himself on the wrong side of Jace at the moment. He does have both of the orbs, the Bloodstone and the Orb of Venom, but it looks like they're going to be able to turn around and start hurting him now.
But
With the
Ebola
slow
Demon stacking up
one
4
more
and
pop, and there's the first kill for the Ebola.
Yep. So the Anis is
that is 100% an inside joke. So there's a meme. I can't remember who made it, but
I think it was Mav.
was it? It might be Mav, yeah. So basically, the idea is that you take Shadow Demon, and you run around and you just spam as much of his Shadow Poison as possible. As a scan does find out the Void Spirit here, who has the Invis-Rune in mid, and he gets called out that you blew it. Yeah. But yeah, so the meme is that the spreading the Shadow Poison all over the place is the equivalent to spreading Ebola. So yeah, I'm not going to continue the rest of that joke though, because I don't think it'll go down very well on the internet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Given current situation. Anyway, so you guys can go and watch it. Look up Ebola Demon. You'll find it on YouTube.
Yep. It is a very funny inside joke.
It is a
fantastic
video, yeah.
That's why I call him Ebola Demon.
Yeah, Ebola Demon is just the common thing now. MD, getting a lot out of this mid lane so far, as compared to Void Spirit. It is 16 last hits ahead. It's not a ridiculous amount, but everything counts at the moment, as they need to be a bit careful here. Soup finds himself on the wrong side. He has to jump across MD.
Yeah. There is, as you said, there's a lot of damage coming out from the static remnant, so even if you get on top of Storm Spirit, he still does a ton of damage to you.
Yeah, well, he does need to be careful though, because Jace is coming from the other side. He's trying to get a little bit of help out here, and he don't catch him with the remnant. I don't think it's enough though.
Yeah, no.
My dog starts throwing a little bit of a tantrum here. He wants attention. Why are you giving attention to the people on the internet? I'm right here.
Yeah. My cat's is busy leaning over, so she might fall down again.
Oh, man. Well, Jace, for all of the efforts that he's been doing map-wide, he is only level 2 at this point.
Well, it's because he's doing
and
so much all over the map.
To bring him down, though, he stands around to try and guard the coming rune, but MD makes him pay for it. It was a regen rune, so some people might argue that giving a regen rune to Storm would be worse than dying on level 2 support. So
some people would be me. One of the interesting things that this is happening in this bot lane is RDK spins and does so much damage to Ursa, and he gets very low, but he can't actually commit onto the Ursa because Ursa is stacked up like 5 or 6 fairy swipes on him.
Right, okay. So that's one of the powers of Ursa versus a Juggernaut, is that you can out-damage the spin.
Yeah, you just start stacking up.
Before he starts panicking too much. I didn't hurt him, I promise. Oh. He's a panicker. I have someone here to vouch for it. He was from an abused home, and he gets very panicky if he gets moved too quickly. Anyway,
okay, well,
as Precious Petunia in top lane gets gone on, it just gets deleted by Soup with the help of the pulse on the floor, Midnight Pulse. The percentage damage is doing so much.
Interesting thing is, Guy Next Door's build is literally Necronomicon.
Yeah, that is the current normal build for the Enigma.
Well, Void Spirit's coming in to ruin RDK's day even more than it's already been.
Yeah, he is actually very underleveled considering how much farm he has. He was in the off lane, but yeah, things just haven't quite continued going well for him, as now Petunia's around. They want to try and maybe do something to Soup here.
That's a lot of Shadow Poison stacks, actually.
How many is he on now? He's on 5. Oh no, one more and that should be able to pop him as they do it.
Oh god,
the raindrop. Saved by the raindrop just about, but now MD's here and he's going to try and put it into this one last attack. No, Soup manages to jump away on no health.
That is so lucky.
They do bring down Jace in the meantime on the backline though, so not completely lost.
Meanwhile, top RDK is spinning in onto Enigma.
Will he be able to get himself his first kill? No, the Eidolon's doing too much damage, combined with the Necro Book at the moment. But now Petunia's here. He doesn't have anything though.
Yeah, he has no mana.
He needs to be careful. He's currently being gone on by Jace. He doesn't know he's there. And with the pulse again.
Pulse
and he finds himself dying once again in this top lane. This is just a very, very scrappy game at this point.
Yeah.
No one getting a ridiculous upper hand just yet. Whereas last game, White Rabbit were just clinical, farming, making use of their space. This game, you feel like that's a lot less of an option.
Yeah. One of the nice things that is going for WRG is if you Winter's Curse someone next to the Ursa, that person is dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially if you catch him when he's just used fairy swaps. Because it looks like Nemi wants to try and go in on Repo, but he will have to use his ult to get out here. Petunia will be able to bring down his courier though. So I guess that's a decent return.
Yeah. Meanwhile, mid,
Yeah,
MD is getting gone on.
again. But
Yeah, comes RDK. He does
seems
have
to
ult.
be- RDK just seems to be everywhere at the moment.
He is going for the Battle Fury, so standard jug build.
Yeah, the current standard is Battle Fury first item.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see farm accelerating items come out for both of the carries. It looks like Battle Fury.
Yeah, fairly standard, both of them Battle Fury nowadays.
Yeah, Yules on the Void Spirit. That combo I was talking about.
Yeah, fairly normal again. So everything's settling down just a little bit, for all the aggression that's been happening in this game.
Oh my lord, the Eidolon's doing so
What a
much damage
range.
because of the Winter's Curse. Jesus.
You just deleted him!
Well, I mean, he had both of the Necronomicon creeps and 6 Eidolons right next to him, so
Oh my!
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That got awkward quite quickly.
I
Huh?
just got a very loud Juggernaut screamed in my ear, even though he was halfway across the map. What's spinning is
Juggernaut!
looks like Soup will be able to find himself a nice precious Petunia here, but they will be able to put him away for now. He doesn't die
Ooh.
just yet, and now Storm
can
Spirit
pop
comes
out.
from across the
Pop
map.
out.
Will they be able to do it? That is a lot of neutral creeps though. The Ancients being very, very angry. And there's a Tard Hunter who was probably going to die anyway, and they managed to bring themselves down a Void Spirit for their troubles.
Yeah,
As
I
my
reckon a
doctor
chain.
decided that he now wants to sit on my keyboard. That's a cat's job. Come here. Come on.
I reckon the chain frost was worth it there.
Yeah, no, a Chain Frost for kill. We were talking about that the other day, where as the two supports find themselves now cleaning up this ancient camp.
Oh, and he got a cell. That's quite nice.
Well, go figure. What are you gonna do, huh? But yeah, no. Anytime you use a. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh dear. Where are the tips? Where are the tips? Come on.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Are they
Where are the
gonna
traditions?
leave it?
I don't know how intentional that might have been. I mean, it feels weird.
Meanwhile, top, Jace went on RDK, and RDK was like, okay, and then he got the frost on. And RDK was like, never mind.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Oh, as Soup finds himself MD out of nowhere, just completely obliterates him.
No mana, but he does have Orchid.
Yes. But he has Orchid, but he doesn't even have boots yet, which against a hero as mobile as Void Spirit can make things very awkward.
Well, Void Spirit is actually so mobile that boots doesn't really even matter because he can catch up to you anyway.
Well, I suppose, but it does just make his job easier.
Alright,
Oh,
well,
so we found
yeah.
ourselves with a very, very slow game at this point. Petunia, again, causing shit in bottom lane, but
yeah, he's
oh,
gonna
they
pay for it.
And now they are all four are here, and with the
I don't.
no, wasn't a huge amount of hope from there.
Yeah, Petunia. Purchase Petunia is a very odd player. Let me put it that way, because he's pretty much always out of position. But him being out of position just creates so much space for his team.
And during proper fights, the chaos of it, especially in a hero like Tard Hunter.
Yeah. I was talking about it with Miles yesterday in the game against Sin 5. It's very odd watching White Rabbit Gaming playing because they don't group up like other teams.
Yeah, ooh, a flood across the map from MD. with the Orchid, like you're saying, and he just pops. The Soul Bone from the Silence. That was from downtown, though. MD flying all the way from near the Rosh Pit.
Yeah, and he literally ended that fight on like 50 mana, so that was completely calculated.
Yeah, absolutely perfectly played there. As and bottom Petunia again has just something against this Enigma. He has one more person in support here at the moment, but so does Enigma. As it's the supports here. Oh no, they managed to turn around with the Ardlons, and here we go again. Oh no, but they're saved with the snowball at the last second. We'll just be able to save him. I don't know if it will save him for very long, but here comes Soup, though. They do want to try and get more here. The stun doesn't quite catch him, but Juggernaut is here. RDK will be able to bring down with the Omni Slash the Lich, and now they're going to be able to slow Soup down. He's stuck up on the high ground here. I don't know if they know he's there. They know he's there. He does have plenty of ways to get down, though.
Yeah, he's fine.
As yeah, he just carries on running.
Yeah, RDK might be going for it now.
No, a little bit of a violent fight, but in the end, it's a 2-for-1, 2 supports for 1 support. So a lot of aggression.
Yeah, I would consider it worth.
Yes, yeah. Especially when you consider the side of Soup looking for MD again, and Petunia walking by and advising what that's not a good idea.
Just walks by and he's like, I'm on 500 health, but you are going to spend so much time taking me down.
Walk away. Let's pretend this never happened. To which Soup replies, fair deal, I'm out. And,
actually...
MD now TPing into this fountain. If Soup's not careful, he does see him. No, the smoke breaks, but no! He doesn't see him, but he goes downtown, and Nemi once again gets deleted from the map across.
Oh, but Soup is right
now
there.
arrive, and he has taken exception to that. And Soup is the rock to MD's scissors to Nemi's paper. And meanwhile, up higher up, Monkey and Jace finding themselves in a bit of an interesting fight here, where they might be able to find themselves. I mean, they lost the Enigma, but they're going to be able to bring down the Shadow Demon and Winter Wyvern for their times. And now it's just Precious Petunia left with 3 people around him, and I think we know how this one's going to end eventually as they do bring him down. RDK's nearby, but I don't think he wants to be here. He does have the spin if anything happens.
He needs to get back to a tower so that the respawns can TP on him, and yeah.
No, they give up. He's got spin. He's quite fast.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, MD has one hell of a hate boner for this poor Ursa.
Well, it's good because he's keeping him down. If you look at the farm, now, Juggernaut's actually in front of Ursa. When Ursa got Battle Fury quicker than Juggernaut.
Yeah. I guess that's the power of Storm Spirit. Is if you have it's 300 net worth, which isn't like nothing, but it's yeah. But so. Yeah, MD doing his job, obviously, like you're saying. Trying to hold down the Ursa while he still can.
I was just looking, at what Aghanim Scepters or Shards we can see. And the Shard for Shadow Demon is actually insane.
Alright, there's a smoke coming up on the side of PunX. 3 heroes currently. They are going to be able to wrap around behind MD and Reaper here. And it'll depend who they find first, and it looks like they will be able to see Reaper jump forward. They're just going to be able to bring him down immediately.
Reaper's taunted.
RPK is here now, and he's going to be able to do it. No! The black hole thrown, but the immediate jump from RDK, and they're going to be able to take down the Lich as well.
That was a great engagement that just turned into a disaster.
They've had such a good position there, but they took too long to kill the Winter. They didn't commit enough.
Yeah. So just so that people can know, what I was going to talk about was the Shard, as Jace is going to walk into Harry here.
Oh no, the TP coming out from Winter Wyvern. They're going to be able to slow him down and just... This is going to be such a slow death until MD arrives, of course.
Yeah. Soul Catcher does a lot of damage.
The spam of the chats feels good.
Yeah. So as I was gonna say, and I'm gonna get interrupted again, I can just feel it. Aghanim Shah, Demonic Purge, allows Demonic Purge to be cast on allies, continuously dispelling them and healing for its damage values.
Nice.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That is going to be insane if he uses it on Juggernaut, but it is a lot of gold.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rough one for 5th position. He does have 4 staff, which is his farm is definitely not the worst in the world, as he actually finds himself only 4th from the bottom. So it looks like Winter Wyvern has taken over the mantle of buying all of this shit.
Oh, Winter
He does
Wyvern
have himself an Aether Lens anyway, which is fantastic for that extra reach on the ult.
Yeah, that's all he really needs. Like, honestly, Winter Wyvern only really needs 3 items to be incredibly effective.
Yeah.
And that's Glimmer Cape, Blink, and Aether Lens. And then if you want to be really memo, you could go for a Meteor Hammer, but let's be honest.
Yeah, I can see that being stupid. But, yeah. No, as you say, the Winter Wyvern's one of those few heroes where the stronger the enemy team gets, the stronger you get.
Yeah, so you don't really need a lot of items.
Yeah. And talking about that, Shadow Demon's actually similar on that boat. You know, like whatever items the enemy gets, you get on your illusions.
Yeah, speaking of, not a lot of aura items coming out from the side of PunX, which is a good idea when there's a Shadow Demon.
Yeah. I gotta say, Precious Petunia, as much as he's been around so much this game, it feels like he hasn't quite had the same impact. I mean, he's been involved in 8 kills, but the game has just slowed down so much, like, with the exception of 1 or 2 breakout fights. Like, it feels like they all come together, whack each other around a little bit, and then disappear back into the jungle again.
Yeah, there's been no real huge team fights. It's always been like a 3 or 2 man engagement.
Nice, the death of 1,000 cuts of that one Tidehunter illusion.
Yeah. Tidehunter eventually just reaches a point where
RDK needs to be a bit careful here. They are pinging him. They no, but I don't think they are intending to go on him. They might just use him as a distraction here, as Nemi walks into the rush pit. And with the help of tag team, they are doing a lot of damage to this rush.
Yeah. They don't have
it should just be able to go down. I don't know if White Rabbit quite know that this is happening at the moment. They probably have suspicions, but if they know, they're not bothered.
Yeah.
And that will just be a free Roshan.
Well, we'll see now, because now that they have the Aegis, PunX might feel confident enough to actually group up for a 5-man fight, and we'll see.
Yeah.
If that happens.
I gotta say, Juggernaut is almost halfway to his Ags already, though, and he has a Sanjin Yasha. He's been farming himself quite well up until now.
Yeah.
Earth's on the opposite side does have his BKB, though, so the shenanigans of the halfway across the map Storm Spirit has significantly decreased in scariness. But that's exactly what we were talking about. He was using that to his advantage while it was still available.
Yeah, and now there's a basher coming in on this, and that's just going to be
that's the next step in that little power spark.
Yeah, one of the big things we were talking about was the fact that if Juggernaut Omni slashes, Ursa can just enrage.
Yeah.
But how do you know whether Juggernaut's Omni slashed you or he Swift slashed you?
I mean, either way, you don't want to get hit by an entire one of either.
I know, but I'm just saying. So that's why the Ags is such a good pickup on Juggernaut in this game in particular, because you can Swift slash Nemi to bait out the enrage and then just Omni slash him afterwards.
A bit of a weird one where it looks like both teams are wanting to trade to the bottom. Oh, RDK gets caught out immediately. The silence is just too strong and a double damage Void Spirit.
Yeah, the problem was he almost TP'd out. You could actually hear the TP go off, but he got Walrus punched and was forced to stay.
Yeah. Very awkward.
Speaking of punches, Darkseer's normal punch, Shard. If it had no cooldown, would that be a consecutive normal punch?
Oh my goodness, Nemi gets brought down by the long-range Winter's Curse.
That was amazing by Repo.
Repo will be paying for that with his life. as he just gets immediately deleted.
Yeah.
But I
That
think
was
that was
100%
known. It's a
worth.
one tower for one tower's bottom lane. They catch Soup off guard. MD once again coming clutch with the silent stick, and Petunia in the area as well. And they both
And
just get out.
They all just leave.
So
That
I don't know
was
if you would necessarily call that worth losing 2 towers, but they
Nah,
do lose Aegis and they do lose a mid.
Yeah, I would call that.
Hey, I knew something. Nah, as far as I understand, we were told earlier that there will be a slight pause during one of the games. Just one of the players on White Rabbit, if I'm not mistaken, have some responsibilities to fulfill. So we might be finding ourselves with a little bit of a substantial pause. I don't know if it's that one just yet, but just a bit of a pre-warning to everybody. We were sort of hoping that the games would be over by then, but with the second game going as comparatively slowly. It's a bathroom break. Okay.
All right. Never mind.
As we're taking our opportunity of being away, it looks like it's bathroom break time, boys. So,
Yeah.
given the current situation, even as things are, who do you think is more likely to win this now? What does Dota say? Are we able to get that information, Mr. Analyst?
Win probably.
Oh, Dota says 59% for White Rabbit at the moment. Okay.
I'd actually agree.
Yeah, sure. So it's even enough, but I suppose when you're taking into account the fact that Void Spirit eventually starts losing a little bit of his potency, maybe it's taking that into account.
Well, the thing is, this mid game could have gone so much worse for White Rabbit game.
You were saying that this would turn into a hellscape, so I think the fact that they've been able to keep the net worth chart even the entire way through,
Yeah.
even though being a little bit behind here and there and things like that, and that comes again to, I know we talked about it, and he did pay for it with his life, I think, the once, but the 2 or 3 times that MD yeeted it from downtown onto Nemi definitely made that difference. And that's what you're talking about in the prior game, where you really do need to put pressure on Ursa at all times. And the fact that Ursa had to go for a BKB first
rather than a Basher.
Yeah. It is a little bit of a force, you know?
Yeah.
So if we have anybody currently watching on Dota, we do have a Twitch channel at the moment going as well, where you'll be able to get a little bit more stats here and there. We obviously, it'll pad our stats a little bit there, you know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, quick plug. But at the moment, it's currently running under the Keystroke Esports name. So if you Google Keystroke Esports on Twitch, you don't Google it on Twitch, but you know what I mean. You look it up on Twitch, you'll be able to find it fairly easily. And we're going to be continuing on all sorts of different games, different tournaments, continuing along the line. And especially for now. And you'll be able to kept up to date as well. We've got nice little flashy intros. Mr. Analyst Man spent a lot of time doing it. It'll break his heart if you don't get to see them at least once or twice. So the pause continuing on here. I don't know if we'll be able to confirm that this does feel like that pause that we were talking about earlier. I don't know if they just pushed it forward slightly. But so it might be here for a little while.
We'll see what happens.
What do you think item choice was? Do you like the... this is the contentious one that's been around for as long as I've been playing Dota. The Sanjin Yasha versus the Manta style on Juggernaut.
This game in particular, the Sanjin Yasha, is the better choice. Simply because you might get caught by stuff that you can't simply Manta style off. So, for example, Manta style, what does Manta style give you? If Resonant Pulse silences you, you can Manta out of it, but that's about it.
Yeah. 25% status resistance.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 25% status resistance, especially if you get Satanic, Sinister Gaze, everything Tusk does.
Yeah. Sure.
The Malefice as well.
Are you okay?
Okay. I don't know if he's gonna go Satanic. That would feel very weird on a Juggernaut, but I've seen worse.
I don't know. I actually really like Satanic on a Juggernaut because you have a guaranteed usage of it. If you get really low, you can just jump someone with Omni Slash or Swift Slice, Swift
Right,
Strike,
okay.
and just Satanic while you're in it.
Mm.
That was the main. That's also one of the big reasons why that Diffusal Blade Manta build works against a single target as well as it does, is simply because if you jump someone with the Omni Slash, you can Manta style while you're in the Omni Slash, and then the Diffusal Blade just rips through their mana.
Yeah, and you can slow them down while it's happening as well, so they can't run away and such. Yeah. Oh.
So we'll see what they decide to go.
we've been suggested to do a courier rating at the moment. So let's have a look through them here. We got two of the same couriers coming out on the side of White Rabbit. One of them has a little devil kitty though, which is pretty cute looking.
Yeah, I've just looked through all of them, and I'd have to say that the unusual blazing hatching has to win.
The blazing hatchling?
Yes.
Oh, unusual blazing hatchling. My goodness me, I wish I had what that was worth. If I asked really nicely, could it, Mr. Analyst Man, please find out how much a unusual blazing hatchling is? Because I feel like that could be very expensive. I know unusual couriers are all usually quite expensive.
Unusual blazing
hatchling, that one.
We'll see, but yeah. Unfortunately, there's no genuine Fox Spirit, so no one wins outright. But I'd have to say, of the ones here, the blazing hatchling definitely.
Tide Hunter, living on a prayer here, asking if everyone's ready. Oh, Tide Hunter? What am I talking about? It's Tuskar.
Tuskar. Yeah. By the way,
38 rand! I am disappointed.
Oof.
Man, what happened when, like, people, like, I remember freaking unusual couriers being bloody expensive at one point. Oh, so apparently it was from the Dota Plus last season. It was probably just dropped as it was. Okay. I are depressed. I was expecting something,
I still like how it looks.
Fancy. Though. Yeah, no, it's a cool courier, don't get me wrong.
Speaking of Tusk, the latest Dota WTF had an amazing Tusk moment where he had Echo Saber, and he got the 12% Aura
yes,
and he did it 4 times in a row.
1, 2, 3, 4, and he's dead. And it's like, what? Oh, man. I really want to try that in a turbo game, though. You go the full attack speed Tusk. And just like put someone in the air and make them stay there. 12%. Q awkward Gaben laugh. Yeah.
This 12% Walrus Punch is the new 17% Spirit Breaker Bash.
Yeah. Spirit Breaker used to be my most hated hero back in, like, what was it, 2014, 2015 sort of time.
Yeah.
Oh, anytime I saw Spirit Breaker, I got angry.
It's simply because you couldn't predict the stun at all. It was literally he either stunned you never, or he stunned you on every hit.
Bash. But they moved most things now over to a pseudo randomizer, if I'm right. Or I know they were at least trying to at one point.
Yeah, I don't know if they've moved everything over. But that does cause some issues with characters, for example, like PA, where you can just attack 4 times, and if you don't get a crit, you throw a dagger, and you're pretty sure that
you start getting the stacking advantages.
Yeah.
I know Axe was one of the first ones that they made into a pseudo randomizer because it was turning into one of those where, like, an Axe would walk up to someone and, like, 3 craps would attack him. 3 craps, what? 3 creeps would attack him, and he would just go spin, 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 and the guy's dead.
Okay, so by the way, you know you're saying the Sanjanyasha pickup for Juggernaut?
Yeah.
He's going to disassemble it into a Heaven's Helmet and a Manta style.
Oh, yeah, he does have Manta lined up. I don't know if I like him Heaven's Helmet. I mean, it's really good against Ursa, I suppose. But... And it goes through BKB, too.
It goes through BKB. The problem is, if he has Enrage up, Yeah. disappears.
Hmm.
You don't need to go
Oh.
Heaven's Helmet immediately as well. You can just get the Manta style, finish your Aghanims, and then get the Heaven's Helmet like whenever.
Leave a casual
Sanj.
Sanj there. Yeah.
Because
What,
Sanj,
what does Sanj do? It's a 16% status resistance.
yeah.
I didn't actually look at the lifesteal amp.
The Lifesteal Amp is also why the Satanic Sanj and Yasha build is so strong.
Yeah.
Because it's the final gets applied last. So you get the 350% lifesteal
Yeah.
from
Oh, it's
Satanic.
200%, but yeah.
Or okay, well, it's 200% lifesteal from Satanic, and then you get an additional 30% added to that final number.
Yeah. And also the HP regen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot. Where is his dad? That is a good question.
He has
do
a
you
nicer,
classify-
younger,
What do you
prettier bride.
what do you classify as a dad?
New patch predictions. Puck nerf.
Hold on. I want to continue with that thought, please.
Let's
what do you
not.
consider as a dad? Okay, then we'll leave that one alone then. New patch. So Puck gets
nerf.
nerfed.
Spectre gets buffed.
Who?
Spectre gets buffed.
Spectre?
Yep.
Okay.
Faceless Void is going to get some sort of change. I don't know what it is. They're just going to do something to either fix the bash or to make the shard different, where he TP's back.
Yeah.
He gets the double jump.
Yeah.
That's going to be changed simply because he's not very strong, but he's not very fun to play against either.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah. So they're going to change something about Faceless Void.
And then, in my opinion, PA. The thing is, they've left her for too long, and she's just gotten steadily better and steadily better and steadily better until now. All of a sudden, the should be here anytime now. Oh, okay, so
Cool.
there we go. So MD was gone, but yeah. So what I was saying was, she's just gotten steadily better and better to the point where like pros would pick her occasionally if they wanted to like roll the dice and let RNG decide whether they win or not. But now it's starting to get to the point where they're picking it not just as a Hail Mary, but as a legitimate pick. Because that starts making it awkward. Because so suddenly, like, because on the back of a PA, like a team that is substantially lower ranked, lower rated, not as good, take a pick of the words. Like they pick a PA, the PA gets slightly lucky and they just win.
Yeah. One of the things about PA that I've always said is the coup de grace should be on a counter. Like,
You reckon?
not Tidehunter's, Slider's back.
An encounter. I see what you mean.
Yeah. But you see, the reason why I say that is because it allows PA to be predictable for both teams.
I don't know how I feel about that either. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Well, I've been outvoted. Invoker's going to be untouched again. Yeah, he is. Yeah, they're not going to touch.
True. They changed his talent tree. Huh?
Okay, all they've done. No, I'm on mic now. All they've done to Invoker the past couple of patches is they first remove Cataclysm from. Okay, they first changed his axe to be in the Cataclysm instead of the cooldown, which that was I don't even know when that was. That was so long ago by now. Then they changed Cataclysm going from. Sorry, what did they change then?
Yeah, they changed it so that you can get the shard where you can
the shard
where
for
the wall goes.
Mm-hmm. And then they introduced the double forge spirit. They removed the talent and made it a level on your quas.
Yeah.
So, but they haven't changed anything
how it
else.
was before, so they just changed it back.
What about it?
Yeah.
Techies change.
I've got one.
Techies. Well, as we find ourselves with the game starting again.
As we go back in, one final prediction for the next patch. Almost all the shards are going to get buffed.
There's going to be a lot. I have to agree that there's going to be a lot. And I personally think that Hoodwink is going to be nerfed and then added to Captain's Mode, or at least changed around a little bit. Because there's times where she's too strong and other times where she's far too weak, and it seems a little bit
They're going to buff her other abilities and nerf her ult.
Yeah.
Is what I predict.
Yeah, because if you put that in the pro scene, that much damage is just insane, plus the break.
Smoke coming out from WRG, they're going to protect their last tier 2.
They've given up 2 tier 2s up until now, and there's immediate purge. As the Shadow Demon jumps in, and now they will be able to slow him down with the stuns. Will they be able to keep them going? There's the black hole, but the black hole's immediately stopped with the Winter Wyvern ult from way out of nowhere. RDK now spinning in the middle of everybody. There's a healing ward around, and we'll be able to try and keep White Rabbit a little bit alone. In the back line, though, there's now Shadow Demon fight. RDK is starting to get very low now. He is finally going to be able to use his ulti. They almost bring down the Void Spirit and the Ursa with the use of one ult, and they're just dancing around each other. No one quite dying just yet. Jace also getting very low. Lemmy running around on almost no health whatsoever. Soup jumps through there, managed to finish Hunter, and this fight has just seems to be going on forever. Soup still trying to hunt down, managed to finally bring down Winter Wyvern. And somehow, PunX lose 1.
Orb of Destruction on the Juggernaut, so that's not going to happen again.
Holy crap.
We're seeing a Manta on the Jug. If he had the Manta in that fight, that would have gone so much differently, because he got stunned and silenced and stunned and silenced so many times when he was in the animation for Omnislash.
When he finally got Omnislash off, it was like just him alone. So if he, and as it turns out, he didn't manage to finish off either of them, and that just meant that both of them just walked away. Wow.
We are seeing a Lincolns from Enigma, and I agree with that. You can't let Winter Wyvern just pop you every time you...
No. And the alternative is... this is so awkward. If Winter stays out, she can just ulti someone else.
Yeah.
That's and you can't. It's difficult. Woo. There's the double use as the axe gets picked up in Resonant Pulse.
Well, he's had it for a long, long time.
Yeah, it made a big difference in that fight. It's you know, after a huge fight like that, it's amazing how evenly they came out the other side, though. Still.
Yeah, again, WRG just takes amazing advantage of the map.
And so they're going to be able to wipe out this lane, and Nibbling Monkey is just in for a world of pain.
Yeah, but it's
DK is on the way up here. The rest of the team are here now, though. And with the snowball, it looks like they're going to be able to at least delay this kill for now. But it shouldn't be very long as he does eventually get finished off. Nemi using the BKB. Herman and Soup are both trying to hunt down the Storm Spirit, but it looks like in the background they should be able to bring down Jason. They do. And now Soup and Nemi are a little bit squished here, stuck between the two. MD turning around. He's going to try and go back on Soup now. With the Yules, he'll be able to slow himself down a little bit. And now guy next door is around to try and slow things down. Here comes the TP though. And it looks like they're going to try and be able to TP away. No, he gets disrupted at the absolute last second. He's getting held down. Will be able to bring him down? No. Yeah, no, he's done. And White Rabbit, after just coming off the back of what was just a losing fight, managed to get a 3-0.
Yep, and now the net worth has swung back to them. This has been such a close game if you look at the net worth graph. Like, neither team has gone above 1k. It's insane.
Well, we are literally at the place where one team is fighting to continue. If they win this game, they continue. If the other team loses this game, they're out of the tournament completely.
Yeah, so this is a high-stakes game. Both teams are going to be fighting as hard as they can. Oh my lord. Watching a Solar Crest Jug is just a treat.
Yeah, the Solar Crest on Tidehunter is such a good pickup because he's so tanky as it is. Well, yeah. I managed to, again, White Rabbit, like we've been saying up until now, you know, both teams so good, but White Rabbit being able to take and make use of the map when they just won that fight and then immediately get a reward for it as well in taking that tier 2. And they turn what was a 2k swing into a 4k swing.
That was insane.
So, But again, Reaper needing to be a little bit careful here. Jace blinks in and immediately Walrus punches him. He does have the help of Nibbling Monkey here, and Soup comes in to clean up. So, smoke used, and ended up only going on what has now become the effective 5th position.
Yes. Mama Dragon going down again feels bad.
So, and now they looks like they want to try and push mid. They feel like they have the advantage, and they do. The counter for the Enigma is no longer around. That it might just be a 5th position, but it is also the answer to that.
Unfortunately for them, RDK cut their wave, so they couldn't continue that push.
Yeah, and they are now trying to put an end to this. There's the Walrus punch to cancel the TP again. They take a guess on which one to use, and it's the wrong one. RDK, he's playing them for a fall. The snowball going off to the left to chase an illusion. They will be able to bring him down for this, but a nice little play to make it last a bit longer. Oh, will they? He managed to use the Heaven's Helper to slow things down. The Black Hole will be committed. They decide absolutely not. RDK will die. But now the Black Hole not around it. MD, he's jumping deep in to try and slow things down. Nemi now has been held in place. And the guy next door, he will be brought down by the Winter's Curse in the backline now. And the protection from the disruption being able to save MD for now. Nemi chasing down. He wants to get something else here, but the karting is just too strong at the moment. As White Rabbit turned what should have just been a 1 kill with the help of Winter Wyvern bringing down the Enigma 2 and Black Hole being committed.
Winter Wyvern is such
It looks like they're going to try and turn around on Petunia, but no, once again the disruption killing so much time and slowing everything down, and he's getting very angry now. He wants to try and go angry, but the help from the Winter Wyvern will keep them alive, and now it looks like Nemi has just gone in far too deep and they will be able to bring him down. With MD around it, everybody on top of them, and Void Spirit goes down too. No, sorry. What? He managed to jump away at the last second. I thought I saw a death animation. But they looks like they will be able to catch Nibbling Monkey though. He tries to TP away. They don't have the vision. Ward goes down, but not enough.
Not enough mana on the Storm Spirit.
As I get to take a breath.
Yeah, breathe, man, breathe.
Oh my goodness.
Good lord, though, that was a really good fight coming out from WRG. And the Winter Wyvern counter to the Ursa.
Yeah, they go straight into Rush.
Yeah, in TP's Juggernaut immediately. The thing about...
I don't want to let this go for free.
Yeah, no, they have to contest this. But they don't have an Ursa, and it's 5v4.
Yeah, and all of the abilities are on cooldown except for Winter Wyvern ult.
Yeah, this is 35 seconds on Black Hole.
Half a minute away, and it looks like Reaper, he wants to go in, and he will be able to catch Soup once again with the Cold Embrace. The rest of the team coming in, MD is now around. The Chain Frost being thrown around, doing a decent amount of damage, but they will be able to separate away. And Soup will get sucked, and he's brought again. And now, Chase trying to spider legs away, but MD, he just jumps over the, and he is able to find them. And now it's up to the 2 supports to try and hunt down this Jason. No, he just goes down as Winter Wyvern with the Blink Dagger just outplaying and outpositioning so hard, and it's a triple kill for Harry the Hams on this Shadow Demon. They are playing their heart out, are these 2 supports on the side of White Rabbit.
Yeah, this game is entirely on the back of the 2 supports. They're playing so well, interfering with absolutely everything PunX wants to do.
It's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, Reaper on this Winter Wyvern has probably single-handedly deleted every teamfight opportunity PunX has had.
The disruption coming in from the Shadow Demon, saving people.
No, let me not put that away. The disruption to put people away, save people at the last second. It's just, these 2 supports have just been on top of every fight. And it is really starting to show as a 13,000 net worth lead for White Rabbit Gaming.
This is the problem with Ursa, though. Ursa just becomes so huge, but eventually he just can't kill people quickly enough.
It's not enough anymore. And I'm going to take an assumption and say that the win rate predictor is probably closer up to 80% now. As Nemi, he wants to try and get something going on here, but he just immediately gets Winter Wyvern ulted. He will get pulled up, though, and they will be able to carry on chasing a little bit, but Nemi looks like he's run out of the balls a little bit. Oh, the Lions! They managed to juke out the Walrus Punch. It's on a short cooldown, but a nice little extra play there once again from the supports. It is a 90% win rate percentage
Ooh. Yeah, this game has just gotten very hard. Black
As
hole.
NB goes balls deep, nibbling monkey, he's going to be on the receiving end of that. Swift slash used just to make sure, and he goes down super quickly.
Yeah, Basher incoming for the jug.
MD looks like he's in deep. Just so everybody knows, that was not my line. The analyst has been wanting me to use that for a long time, and I try to make it sound as natural as possible, and I apologize to everybody who just got ear cancer. There is a Lincoln's up on Enigma, but again, the problem is, if anybody walks too close and Repo's watching, it can still cancel it. This has just become so awkward as MD, he goes in, he tries to keep super bit honest there, but almost goes down to Nemi. The damage and the bashes. A little bit strong.
He has a regen rune, so he's coming right back in soon.
Still going in though. He's trying to take this melee racks while he still can. They managed to bring everything down. MD once again going all the way up into the middle of the base.
Oh,
Look at Rolo punched and held in place. He's still stunned, but he will finally be able to get disrupted away, and once again the support's keeping him healthy. The combination of the cold embrace and the disruption means he goes away and just comes back on full health. Soup once again finding himself in an awkward position though, but he will be able to use himself up. And there's a black hole. They only catch Repo though, and the Audi will be able to shoot him on. Guy next door just about being able to live at the moment. Nemi, he wants to get out of here though. MD jumping back in. He will be able to bring down Enigma, and now the rest of Punks just have to try and get back to base as soon as they can. And it's only a 1-for-1. It turns into a 2-for-1 as Jason in the background finally goes down. And this game is looking like it's just about over. Soup bouncing around, trying to create a bit of chaos we can. Swift slash run, not very much damage though. And now Nemi, he's back in and he wants to try and create damage. But the disruption, once again, just delaying the damage. And they take themselves a lane of racks hard fought while losing only one person.
Yep.
And it looks like they want more. They're going straight into mid lane. And Nemi, he wants to try and fight here. But now, Swift Slash being used, the stun's being used, and he's just dead. He does have bar back. And he has to use it, and he does use it. Void Spirit jumping in Soup. He wants to try and slow this down a little bit. He has to try and save this game. If they lose this, they are out of the tournament. They are trying to use absolutely everything they have at this point. And White Rabbit, they know that this is happening, and they are just trying to bail out of here while they can. They slow down RDK, but now Nemi is back. He has brought back. He needs to be so careful. Omni Slash being used. It is still bouncing around, doing a lot of damage to Nemi, but the snowball save will be able to save them down. MD, but now the Woodpeckers, they will be able to slow everything down. This is the final fight. Will Punks be able to bring something back here? No, it looks like they will be turned around, and now Nemi is dead. He's gone for 2 minutes, and so is Jace, and that should just about be GG. Soup, he's running back to base as they turn back and decide they are going to take this tier 3 mid.
Yeah, this is done. 30 seconds of black hole, but that's
GG as White Rabbit take this cracker of a game 2 all the way home, and they win this best of 3 tournament and continue down the lower bracket. Punks, after playing so well during the group stages, find themselves being knocked out a lot sooner than they would have liked. Once again, it does count towards pro points, so nothing lost in the end, but sure, what a series from the 2 teams.
That was very well fought by both teams.
That was 100% a situation where White Rabbit, just all of the small extra plays making the difference in the end. No clear, better plays by either team, but just in the end, the supports carrying them home. So White Rabbit find themselves round 3, lower bracket. Our next game will be coming up around about 8:30. Might be starting a little bit later on Twitch, just because of our normal delays. But hope to see everybody there. I hope everybody loved this game as much as it was fun to cast. And from me, Steve, I'll be seeing you guys a bit later. And from my co-caster, Graham, I hope I just want to say thank you to the teams as well for putting on such a good show. And yeah, well, White Rabbit going through, and we'll see everybody later.
Puffy's going to come in, push him, yeah. He's going to find him. Unfortunately, not going to find all the frags. Oh, Chili's done it. He's won the round. What on earth?
I gotta take